Alright guys, I know it's a little dark out here, but I'm getting home kind of late. And I wanted to show you what these ruddy squirrels did. I know it's hard to tell, but there's my broom. They have dug out all this mess here. All of this mess right here. It's really frustrating. Stupid squirrels. Always out here making a mess on my stuff. But why I'm really out here tonight is because I have plans for this pot. Hey guys, how's it going tonight? So I have a project. It's Project Wednesday, and can I just say this is like my favorite video that I do every week. I like the little snippets that I've been doing kind of, and getting in the habit of doing a Saturday upload video, but doing Project Wednesday has really been a lot of fun for me. It gets me to stay on track and make sure that I get my stuff done for my garden, and then I feel like I'm going to be way more prepared this year. Usually by the time kind of Mother's Day rolls around, I look at my garden and I'm scrambling like, eek! I don't even know what I'm going to do. And I go down to the plant store and I just buy like whatever feels right and feels in, which is a lot of fun. Totally a lot of fun, but leaves me a little bit less prepared for what I want out of my season and makes my garden look a little bit, I don't know, mishmashed. So anyway, so I have a really fun project tonight, but before I do that, I wanted to show you something since we're pulling it out of this pot that you saw a minute ago. You probably saw these wine bottles sticking out of some of my pots before, and what's underneath of them are these little plant stakes. They're actually called a plant nanny, and they're just terracotta spikes that stick right down into the dirt. And then you take your bottle, which this is an old wine bottle, but I have some water bottles too. Whole Foods sells really nice glass water bottles, so I use some of those too, and they're a little bit bigger than the wine bottles, which is really great. So then all you do is you stick this into the ground in your pot, and you fill this bottle up with water and you drop it down in there. Some of the things that make this a little bit more successful are making sure that the terracotta is soaked before you stick it in the ground, because then it can start really starting to leach that water out a little bit faster. It works sort of like a mini Oya, if you know what an Oya is. If you're not sure what an Oya is, then drop me a comment below and I'll show you a video about it, because I actually have some kind of DIY ones in my container garden that I'd be happy to talk about. So let me know if you want to know more about Oyas and different materials and methods that you can do that with. So that's basically what this is. And so what happens is the plant then kind of self-waters, which is really, really great if you live in a really hot area or you have really, really tough summers. So here in Kansas City, we get very hot and very humid. So it's easily 90 degrees or higher with at least another, 80% humidity or something like that. So it feels like it's well over 105 on any given day, especially when we get into July and August. And plants just struggle, especially in containers, because all the water they have is in that one little tiny area. And by the time you get to July or August, if you have annuals, they have filled up that pot pretty well, depending on how you've kind of packed your plants in there. So this is a great way to kind of help your plants through the really hot heat, or also if you're going to go on vacation and you want to make sure that your plants are going to be watered over the course of your vacation. So it's still a good idea to make sure that you've got somebody to come by and check on them. This is not going to last more than probably a day on a really hot day. In June, when it's kind of nice and cooler, I'm here in 6A, kind of borderline of 5B, then we can kind of get by with doing this for every couple of days. But if you've got a heavy waterer like a tomato or a great big vegetable like a cucumber, they're not going to do just one of these. So you can do great big bottles. I've got some great big wine bottles that I've used for like sangria and just saved them, and they fit right in here. As long as the neck of the bottle fits in here, works great. Now they do make these for plastic containers too, so if you use more like 2-liter bottles and that kind of thing, they do have some on Amazon that you can get that do that. But I like the look of the wine bottle. I also like the fact that they kind of glow and they get kind of reflective out there. And I can just very, very easily see them. And plus they wash off really well, and they just seem a little bit more durable to me than plastic 2-liter bottles. So that's what I use, but I wanted to explain why these are around. Alright guys, so here's the pot that we're going to plant tonight, and this had lemongrass in it from last year. We're going to take these out, and we're going to take the lemongrass out, and then you can see what I've got down here for some plants. So, which Bella is sniffing. She's checking this out for me. She's a little off screen. I don't know if you can see her just a little bit right there. But we have some vinca vines that I'm pretty tickled about. They looked pretty good. They've got a few little sunburn spots, and like where they got a little dry, they looked like they were brand new flat at the plant store. So I've got 3 of those, and then I've got some salvia, and I got these little packs. I got the big packs. I don't normally buy big packs, and I don't normally buy them bloomed if you've seen my shopping video. But I wanted to know what color these are because I'm going to pair them with this Joseph's coat. I've got 2 Joseph's coats, and I think that the way that these will tier will look really, really nice because the vine will kind of be a spiller, and then these will be kind of a middle, and then these will be kind of tall, if I remember right, on all of the growth heights. But I thought that they would really kind of pop out and stand out really pretty together. I thought the purple looked really nice with kind of that corally peach. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get all of this stuff out of here. We're going to get cleaned out, and we are going to put these plants in here for our new arrangement. Hi Bella. She's been since I've been on the phone, she's been very interested in this. This Joseph's coat that I'm going to plant with this. This is her favorite plant. She continues to just keep sniffing at it for some silly reason. She's just decided that this is what she wants tonight. Isn't it, girl? Yeah, it is. So, I have a plastic bag under this because this tends to get a little messy. A little messier than normal when I'm pulling plants out. Alright guys, so this is the pot that was out on the deck that had lemongrass in it. And as you can see, I've taken out my little plant nannies now that were in there. I had 2 of them. And now I'm going to get these potted up. And let me tell you what, that lemongrass was this entire container. This whole thing. This is a 16 by 16 container, 16 inches in diameter and 16 inches tall, and that was the entire root ball. I only planted 2 of those lemongrasses in there last year, and it took up this entire thing. It was so heavy. It was such a bear to get out of there. So I'm kind of glad to be past that point. But now what we're going to do is we're going to get our plants in here tonight. So alright guys, so now you see what I put together. I think this is going to be really, really pretty. So I've got my St. Joseph's coat right here, and then I've got my vinca vine, which is going to spill over the edge, and it's going to drape really nicely. So this one is actually starting to already just want to do that naturally, but it's going to gradually start doing that a little bit more. And then in the back I've got my 3 little salvia plants, And I just really love this color combination of the really deep kind of purple russet color next to this really pretty kind of blushy color with the flowers, and it's really going to give it kind of this graduation. So this is going to sit on the corner of my benches out there where it was sitting before, and it's just going to start to just kind of drape over the side. And my hope is that these will drape enough to where they'll even start to drape off the deck, because they should drape well over the pot and down to the ground according to the tag. So I am really looking forward to these, you guys. I think it's going to be really pretty. So hang on and stay tuned for what we have coming up in our next few videos. If there's anything that you want to see, don't forget, drop me a comment down there below. And if you haven't subscribed, please make sure to hit that pretty little red subscribe button down there and turn on notifications so that way you don't miss anything. I hope you guys all have a great night, and I will see you in the next video.